Hey everyone, I've been trying to record this video for a while now, but I've come down with COVID recently, which has put a spanner in the works, and the audio didn't quite work out as I was hoping, so I've needed to record a voiceover on this video, so this is a good chance to give an update on where we are with Sorcery, TCG, and what we're hoping to do with it in the future. So, an update is that we are still waiting for the distributor, Works, to deliver our 4 cases of Sorcery for us to open for singles, and we're hoping to stock singles as soon as it arrives and that I'm better and able to open it all. But I did want to upload an opening of some Sorcery, and we were sent 4 boxes instead of 4 cases by mistake, so I've recorded one of the box openings and showing you all of the wonderful art of this game. I have played this game before and it was really enjoyable, and I'm hoping to play with it with one of my friends pretty soon actually, and show him how to play. But if anyone does want to learn how to play, they can reach out and I can show them on Tabletop Sim, which is, if you own the game, the mod to get Sorcery TCG working is free. It's very accessible, very easy to learn, and if you join the Sorcery Discord, it's also a lot of welcoming people that'll happily have a game with you and teach you how to play. It's a great little community of people, and it's great to see so many people enjoying the game. There were a lot of people that pledged to the Kickstarter when you look at the numbers, and it shows just how many people weren't just in it for the money, because there are a lot of people opening the cards and that believed in the game, and I guess even as collectors. This is a game that I've been excited for quite a while now. We've been waiting for about a year, and when it was announced that it was in Australia, it was still another month before we received the product, but you know, another month doesn't really make a difference if you've waited a whole year, so more than happy to wait a week longer for Works to send the right amount of boxes. The way the rarity works in this game is quite interesting, and I always appreciate how they've made foils really hard to get, because in most games and in most products, foils have become extremely easy and a bit oversaturated, especially if you look at games like Pokemon, or even when you look at Magic the Gathering and you see the amount of variants that there are. I believe it's about 3 or 4 foils per box, but don't quote me on that. This is only from one box opening, so when I open my Innkeeper pledge, I can update you on that and get a more accurate number. But also the amount of unique cards make it quite interesting, because it's almost impossible to get a complete set of uniques if you're a collector, and it'll make people want to trade their cards amongst each other, which will be good for encouraging community growth and also encouraging more people to open the products, as they've done some really nice treatments with the foils. As you can see that the foil cards have a full art back to the card, which is a nice modern take for a trading card game, where having the branding on the back isn't as necessary anymore, since tournament play now requires sleeving for pretty much every game. I like to remain optimistic about the growth of Sorcery. It is interesting now that we live in a different age with trading card games, however, because trading card games seem to be able to hit the market a lot more readily now that there's a direct-to-consumer option with Kickstarter, and every time you look on Kickstarter there's a new trading card game coming out, and there's always a lot of backers backing these products, especially after MetaZoo, which was the first success story of these Kickstarter trading card games. Sorcery is one of these games that come from Kickstarter, but it is a success story and it comes with a creator and a team with experience in developing successful IPs and products. A general sentiment I've seen from the Discord is that a lot of people will play this game not as their main game per se, because it is focused more as a casual game as opposed to a competitive game. But it is encouraging to see that a lot of people do still want to play this as a tabletop game with their friends, which is how I intend to play it. I don't intend to play in a store and play for competitive means, because I've been quite burnt out from trading card games for a while now. I have to look at them every day, I have to sort them into the website every day, and if I ever want to play, it's always pretty casual. At the moment I'm just playing casual Commander because I find that quite enjoyable, and I do go to a local store for that, but I also like playing with one of my friends at his place. So I think bringing Sorcery to the table for this would be great, because the experience I had created a lot of memorable moments that I still remember, even though I've only had one in-person experience, which is very encouraging, and even the online experience was very memorable too. We used to live in a world where there would only be room for one trading card game, which was generally Magic, if we're looking at this sphere of trading card games, where you've only got room for Magic the Gathering and that's it, because there's so many options with different formats and the amount of time people decided they wanted to dedicate to a game. But there seems to have been an opening in the market for trading card games, and now there's just a massive influx, like that hasn't been seen in since the 1990s, of the amount of trading card games coming into the market due to the amount of money they seem to make. So people are deciding that they can make time for more than one, which is nice. So maybe 2 or 3 games at a time. They'll have their main game that they focus on and that they play competitively, and they might have one that they play casually for fun. Something I do hope for with Sorcery is that they stick to their ethos of keeping this a tabletop game that isn't competitive and focused on prize pools and tournaments and massive in-store play, even though I understand that that is great for the growth of the game, and it is necessary to have that aspect in it in some way. I do love that this is taking a different approach where it's not just purely focused on having people make the most optimized deck possible. They want people to focus on having fun with the game and just having a relaxed time with it, which is something I personally would be looking for in a game these days, is something I can just pick up and put down and feel like I haven't missed a whole lot if a new set releases, for example. Because with Sorcery they plan to not release sets every quarter like a lot of other trading card games. They only plan to do it every, maybe I think it was once a year. Don't quote me on that, you'll have to check, but I believe it was once a year. Sorry if my talking is annoying, I'll stop in a moment so you can just enjoy some of the pack opening that I'll be doing for the rest of the video. So, hope you enjoy, and thank you for listening.
Yeah, anyway, so they took him